Made in Hollywood.
An animal trainer teaches animals to obey commands in order to perform specific actions and tricks on movie and television sets. Raymond Beal earned an associate degree in exotic animal training and management from Moorpark College. Mr. Beal currently works for Birds and Animals Unlimited and has worked in the entertainment industry for the past 25 years.
Hi, I'm Ray Beal, an animal trainer, and you are watching Made in Hollywood. Now here's a scene from A Dog's Purpose.
What is the meaning of life? Are we here for a reason? Is there a point to any of this? And why does food taste so much better in the trash?
What's up, guys? So I am here with Ray Beal. He is Trip's trainer. Of course, Trip is the star of A Dog's Purpose, and I'm so excited because he's going to show us some tricks.
Tricks. Basic dog training for a set. Sit like this, on your feet, and back up, back up, back up, back up. Good, stay. Watch me. Catching would be nice.
Catch
Trip,
it.
sit. Good. Lie down, stay. Good. On your side. Stay. Good.
Aww.
Straighten up. Good. Other side. Stay. Good. With him, they had to go on your back. Stay. Good boy.
It's a perfect shot.
Exactly. Good. Put your feet up would be something like that. I could put his feet up on you here.
Yeah.
Just pay him a little treat. Put your feet up. Good.
Hi.
Right there. There you go. So simple things like that. The other thing, if
Yeah.
I need him to look at you,
Okay.
what I want you to do with this one is when he looks at you, just take it between your eyes and
Okay.
then go pay him that way.
And then I give it to him?
Trip.
Trip.
Trip. Look. And then on the set, you'd be talking. If you need to talk to him, Trip, watch me. Look. And he looks at you.
Oh.
And then
Hi.
after they cut, then I'd have you pay him one more time. There you go. That's how we make him look like he belongs to you. Training's pretty black and white. As long as you stay consistent and you make it black and white, you don't give them a gray area, they're gonna learn. And you also keep them short and positive. You don't overtrain, because if you do, they get bored like kids, It's like anything else. It's like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. But if you make it fun and positive and then walk away and then come back to it, they're like, oh, I want to do that again.
Yeah.
Also, if he got a little bored or a little down, his favorite thing,
Oh, the ball.
here's the ball. and then, of course, he gets to run around with the ball.
Yeah. Oh, typical dog.
Typical dog. There you go.
Bye, Trip.
Come back when you find work.
For me, it all began with a boy. His name was Ethan.
Bailey.
My name was Bailey.
Tell me about Trip. His real name is Trip. He's not actually Bailey.
His real name is Trip. He'd be like the Tom Cruise of dogs, Tom can play a bunch of characters, Trip can play a bunch of characters. Bailey happens to be one of them. That was the thing about this dog. Hey, you want that? You can hold on to that. He was trained as a duck hunting dog, so he's all about toys and balls, and that's his thing. And when I first got him, first 2 weeks of training him, we use treats and food, because you get on set, you need to get that attention. It's like, watch the food over here, and little small pieces and stuff. And he didn't care. He'd spit them out. I'm like, oh my God, this dog doesn't want to learn anything for food. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do? As soon as I pulled out the ball, but then he was so focused that he couldn't think about what I was asking him to do. So we had to find that little balance between us. And it took about 2.5 weeks of training, and then he figured out how I train and figured out what I needed. And after that, he started picking up stuff left and right. And very athletic, smart, also likes to ad-lib. He's good at ad-libbing, and that actually worked on this film because he looks natural on film. And that's a hard thing for an animal trainer to try to get his dog. When they're so trained, they're constantly looking at you and staring at you, and they're like, hey, can we get him to look here? And it takes people to get him to do different looks sometimes. With him, he was just so good at, I know where I gotta be, I gotta hit my mark, and then I'll just watch what's going on.
No! Come on, Bailey, do it.
What does he want from me?
Get it out. Get it out.
As his trainer and being on this set, what was it like? Just day to day, what was the daily work day like?
Let's put it this way, we averaged the first 3 weeks, 93 hours a week.
Are there that many hours in a week?
I know, exactly. Who knew you could do that long? Just because we have to go to where the dogs are, get them all ready, and then the drive to the location was an hour, do the 12-hour shoot day, then drive that home, get them all set up, put them to bed at night, and then start the next day again.
Whenever life got Ethan down, I knew exactly what to do.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Go, Bailey!
We played with that ball all afternoon.
Seems like such a fun job. So when did you know that you wanted to be an animal trainer?
I actually went to school to be a vet, and it was just, I was halfway through going to that, and a friend of mine was taking a little course over at this tiny little community college in Moorpark College. And she came home one day to the school, and she came back, she was like, you need to come with me on a Sunday. I'm like, why on a Sunday? She goes, we do this animal show over at Moorpark. And I'm like, an animal show? She goes, oh yeah, there's lions and tigers. And I'm like, there is not. And she goes, no, come with me. So sure enough, I went with her, and there was this little, tiny little zoo that was on the campus, run by the students and the staff. It's a 2-year program, taught you how to be an animal trainer. And that day, I literally went home, called up my folks, because they were helping pay for college. I go, I found out what I want to do with my life. They're like, okay, what do you want to do? And I go, I want to become an animal trainer. Dead silence for 15 seconds. Literally, I'm like, I'll finish getting a biology degree first from this school. And they're like, okay, we'll support that. So I have a biology degree, and then I went, after the 4-year college, I went backwards and went to a 2-year college and got an AA degree in exotic animal training and management.
Whoa!
Sorry, that was the dog, that wasn't me.
Okay, well, maybe you should teach your dog some manners.
So how easy is your job, or do you have to work really hard at it to succeed?
You have to work hard. I mean, first off, you got to be able to love the animals. I mean, if you don't, you're in the wrong business. We got into the animal business because I wasn't great with people. I'd rather play with animals all day long. And I thought that's why I was going to be the vet. I thought I'd deal with that. Unfortunately, I got into the business where I got to deal with people all the time now. And so you got to learn to deal with that and train the animal and be able to listen to what they're saying and help interpret when you're on set, because you're part of the creative team, because you know what the dog can do. And if they're asking for something you don't think you can do, you can maybe suggest something that might work, or you'll stumble through and do the best you can. Maybe ask, I can get this, but I might need a cut here, or you have to be able to stand up for yourself also.
We spent every day together. Were they fighting over food? No, nothing in there. As the years went by, I could tell my time with Ethan was coming to an end.